Have you ever looked around and wondered why some people seem to get richer every year while others work just as hard but never get ahead? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Being poor isn't always about how much you earn. It's often about the habits you repeat every single day without even realizing it. Two people can make the exact same salary. 10 years later, one has investments, multiple income streams, and financial freedom. The other is buried in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, wondering where all the money went. The difference isn't luck, it's habits. And today, we're breaking down 15 habits that quietly destroy your wealth. Some of these might seem harmless. Others might even feel normal because almost everyone does them. But if you recognize these habits early and replace them with better ones, you can completely change your financial future. Let's start with the first habit. And honestly, it might be the most dangerous of them all. Habit number 1. Living to impress other people. Think about this. How many expensive purchases are made because someone actually needs them? Now think about how many are made because someone wants to look successful. The newest phone, a luxury car with payments stretching over 7 years, designer clothes, expensive watches, fancy vacations posted all over social media. The sad reality is that millions of people are financing a lifestyle they can't actually afford. They're buying status instead of assets. And here's the problem. Status loses value. Assets create value. Wealthy people often buy things that make them money. Poor people are often encouraged to buy things that make them look rich. There's a huge difference. Real wealth is usually invisible. Debt is often very visible. Before making your next purchase, ask yourself one simple question. Am I buying this because it improves my life or because I want someone else to notice? That one question can save you thousands of dollars every year. Habit number 2. Spending every dollar you earn. Most people believe that making more money automatically solves financial problems. It doesn't. If your lifestyle grows every time your income grows, you'll always feel broke. This is called lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, you move into a bigger apartment, buy a newer car, upgrade your subscriptions, eat at better restaurants. Soon, you're making twice as much money, but somehow saving even less. The wealthiest people don't become wealthy because they earn more. They become wealthy because they keep more. Income creates opportunity. Savings create security. Investments create freedom. If you spend everything you earn, your future depends entirely on your next paycheck. But when you consistently save and invest even a small percentage of your income, your money slowly starts working harder than you do. That's when financial momentum begins. Habit number 3. Waiting for the perfect time. This habit destroys more dreams than failure ever could. People wait until next month to start investing. They wait until next year to start a business. They wait until they have more confidence, more knowledge, more money, more certainty. But here's the reality. The perfect time never arrives. Successful people don't act because they feel ready. They become ready because they act. Imagine planting a tree. The best time was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Money works the same way. Every year you delay investing is another year you lose the incredible power of compound growth. Small actions today almost always beat perfect plans tomorrow. Stop waiting, start building. Even tiny steps matter. Habit number 4, depending on only one source of income. Imagine sitting on a chair with only one leg. How stable do you think it would be? That's exactly what relying on a single paycheck looks like. If your job disappears tomorrow, what happens next? For millions of people, the answer is panic. That's why financially successful people almost never rely on just one income source. They might have investments, rental income, dividend stocks, freelance work, an online business, digital products, a side hustle. None of these usually make someone rich overnight. But together, they create financial resilience. You don't have to build 5 income streams this year. Just start building one extra stream. One stream becomes 2, 2 become 3. Eventually, your money starts flowing from multiple directions instead of just one. That's real financial security. Habit number 5, thinking small every single day. Most people don't have small incomes, they have small expectations. They immediately reject opportunities because they assume, I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough experience. Your mindset influences every financial decision you make. If you believe money is impossible to earn, you never look for opportunities. If you believe wealthy people are lucky, you'll ignore the habits that actually created their success. But when you begin believing that skills can be learned, businesses can be built, investments can grow, everything changes. Your brain starts looking for possibilities instead of problems. That's exactly how financial momentum begins. And here's what's interesting. The next habit is probably costing more people money than inflation itself. It's so common that most people don't even realize they're doing it every single day. Let's talk about that next. Continue. If you've recognized yourself in even one of these habits, don't feel discouraged. The goal isn't to make you feel guilty. It's to help you become aware. Because once you're aware of a bad habit, you finally have the power to change it. Now let's get into the next one. Habit number 6. Procrastinating on your financial goals. Most people don't fail because they make bad decisions. They fail because they never make a decision at all. They keep saying, I'll start saving next month. I'll invest after I get a raise. I'll launch my business next year. I'll learn about money when I have more time. Months become years. Years become decades. And suddenly they wonder why nothing has changed. Here's something most people never realize. Every day you delay improving your finances has a hidden cost. The investment you didn't make today could have doubled years from now. The skill you didn't learn could have earned you thousands of extra dollars. The business you never started might have changed your entire life. Successful people aren't faster because they're smarter. They're faster because they understand that imperfect action beats perfect planning. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start. You probably learned algebra, chemistry, history, maybe even a foreign language. But how much time did you spend learning about investing? Taxes, credit scores, retirement planning, negotiating your salary, building a business? For most people, almost none. Yet these are the very skills that determine your financial future. Here's the truth. Your income is directly connected to the value of your knowledge and skills. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities appear. Reading just one good personal finance book each month, listening to podcasts during your commute, watching educational videos instead of endless entertainment. These small habits can completely reshape the way you think about money. The average millionaire never stops learning, and neither should you. Knowledge isn't an expense. It's one of the highest return investments you'll ever make. Habit number 8. Using debt to buy things that lose value. Debt isn't always bad. A business loan that helps grow a company, or a mortgage on a home you can comfortably afford can be useful financial tools. But there's another type of debt, the kind that's quietly keeping millions of people broke. Financing vacations, buying luxury items on credit, maxing out credit cards for things you don't actually need. The problem isn't just the purchase, it's the interest. Imagine buying something for $1,000, but after years of payments, you've actually spent nearly $1,500. That's money that could have been invested instead. Every dollar spent on unnecessary interest is a dollar that can never work for your future. Before borrowing money, ask yourself, will this purchase increase my wealth or decrease it? That one question can completely change your financial decisions. Habit number 9, shopping based on emotions. Have you ever had a stressful day, opened your favorite shopping app, and suddenly convinced yourself you deserve the reward? You're not alone. Retail therapy is incredibly common. Companies spend billions of dollars studying human psychology. They know exactly how to make you click buy now. Limited time offers, flash sales, exclusive deals, countdown timers. They create urgency because emotional people spend faster than logical people. The problem is, emotions disappear, payments don't. The next time you're about to make an unplanned purchase, wait 24 hours. If you still genuinely want it tomorrow, maybe it's worth buying. But you'll be surprised how often that excitement disappears overnight. The wealthiest people aren't immune to temptation. They've simply learned not to let emotions control their wallets. Habit number 10, surrounding yourself with people who normalize being broke. This one can be uncomfortable because money habits are contagious. Think about the people you spend the most time with. What do they constantly talk about? Complaining? Making excuses? Blaming the economy? Blaming successful people? Or do they discuss ideas, investments, business opportunities, self-improvement, new skills? You don't become successful just because your friends are successful, but your environment influences your standards more than you realize. If everyone around you believes wealth is impossible, eventually, you'll believe it too. If everyone around you spends every paycheck, you'll start doing the same. Growth requires being around people who challenge your thinking, people who inspire action instead of excuses. That doesn't mean abandoning your friends. It means expanding your circle. Read books written by successful people. Listen to interviews. Join communities focused on growth. Spend more time learning from people who are already where you want to be, because your future is often shaped by the conversations you hear every day. We've covered 10 habits so far. And honestly, the last 5 are the ones that quietly trap people for decades. Most people never notice them until it's too late. The good news, once you recognize them, you can break free. And one of the final habits is so powerful that fixing it alone could completely change your financial future. Let's dive into the